from 15 years ago. We don't need a single cent from our members. When I heard about this tragedy, I personally allocated relief money for the victims' families to keep order and peace in Dovebrook. Tell me, Miss Kuchiba, someone copied the Herald of Death and slaughtered dozens. What will your Department of Aberration Defense do this time?
We never released that detail. How do you know someone's imitating the Herald of Death?
Isn't that what you've been waiting for? For the killer to slip up so you can swoop in and tie everything up nicely? 15 years have passed. You don't seriously believe we're still living in an age where information can be sealed off at will, do you? From the very day the murders occurred, the news has long since spread online. The Sinwish Syndicate paid a fortune for some ancient mask, and the next thing you know, they're all dead. The scene painted red with traces of the bloody bloom.
Please pay no attention to baseless rumors.
Rumors? And yet you're here. That alone proves one thing. The rumors are true. And the new Herald of Death really does exist. Otherwise, why do you suspect me? Only someone who knows the original case could recreate it so perfectly, right? Everyone! You heard our conversation, didn't you? The Herald of Death has returned. He's here, in Dovebrook. He's slain the entire Sinwish Syndicate. He's back to relive the carnage of the Phantom Moon Games.
Oh, the Herald of Death? Didn't the officials declare him executed? How has he appeared again?
He's immortal? A demon? He's back for revenge! He'll take revenge on everyone. We're doomed!
Aren't gang members the very people who steal smiles from others? And isn't the best way to make bad people happy to erase them from the world? Wouldn't that be doing something good?
Yeah, Sister Mechatron is right! Those thugs deserved it.
Back from the dead? Lies! The IPC kept him alive to wield him as their weapon. You useless officials! 15 years ago, you failed and let him get away! And that's why he's back again now!
Everyone, there's no need to panic. Remember who you are. You are those who live beneath Aha's brilliance, who have claimed happiness and cast off the shackles of suffering. Once the Herald of Death fed on our fear and tears, that was the source of his power. Look at the smiles on the faces of those around you. There is no fear left in our hearts, no tears left in our eyes. All that remains is resolve, happiness, and faith in the elation. The Research Society of Happy Smiles will protect this world. Etch this into your hearts. The happy do not die, for even death cannot touch a heart filled with happiness.
What's going on? There's something very wrong about this woman.
Yes, as long as we're happy enough, there's nothing to fear. We won't die.
Happiness is our weapon. Happiness will destroy the Herald of Death. Happiness will save this world. Operation Spread Happiness.
Let happiness infect everyone and spread to every corner of the sky. Make the Phantom Moon smile. Make Lord Aha laugh until they cry for us.
Infect the Phantom Moon with happiness. Happiness.
Silence!
My apologies, officers. I can't provide anything useful for now, but rest assured, I'll cooperate with any investigation from the Department of Aberration Defense or the Security Bureau. And of course, I'll fulfill my civic duty. Whether it's the newly emerged Herald of Death or the various upheavals surrounding the Phantasmoon Games, the Research Society of Happy Smiles will handle them appropriately. What we protect is the future and the smiles of plain Arcadia. Or perhaps, after all this, you too have felt that yearning within your hearts. Would you like to join us to embrace eternal happiness?
I'll pass. But I've got a feeling we'll meet again.
Miss Fullwish, thank you for your cooperation. Hopefully, next time we meet, it won't be like this.
May the Master of Elation watch over all and bless you with the everlasting smile.
Let go of your obsession. Let go of the shadow in your arms. Let go of that false sense of responsibility. You're the one who should be dead, aren't you? Come, join your brothers. Let the gears grind to a halt. Let the hands fall still and end that life of yours that was never meant to be.
Sorry. That day will come. But for now, there are more important things I must do.
What did you say?
Nothing. Never mind. Looks like Fullwish is a much slyer fish than expected. The bait was there. But she ignored it. And instead, she stirred up a whirlpool.
Quite the opposite, actually. Not only did she take our bait, but she also flat out told us she couldn't care less about the hook.
Was there something I missed?
The bloody bloom mark from the Sinwish Syndicate massacre. How did she know that detail? When we specifically obfuscated it with special mark, even in our internal reports. She broadcasted this information word for word, and even used it to stir up public sentiment, scattering it across the place like tossing blood-soaked feed into a fish pond. Now stopping the rumors from spreading will be even harder.
Well, maybe she has her connections, or maybe she made a lucky guess as one of the victims. Regardless, she's right about one thing. Trying to stop something from spreading today sure is a lot more difficult than 15 years ago.
So, Mr. Ashvale, did your lucky radar start blaring when it came to Full Wish?
There is something very wrong about that woman. You saw the way she played the crowd, huh? I guarantee you that it had nothing to do with her public speaking skills. She could very well be a supplicant in disguise. Still, this whole run has been smoothed to an unbelievable degree. We got our bearings in no time at all. So, let's keep our prized fish in the pond for now. Full Wish is not going anywhere.
You're right. It's too risky to make a direct move against a well-respected philanthropist and media tycoon. Maybe we should start with the people around her.
There were people from all walks of life at the gathering just now. Workers, suits, students, the elderly, and even Mechatrons. Judging by their crazed enthusiasm, I highly doubt they'd be willing to testify against Full Wish. But I have my ways.
Mr. Ashvale, coercive interrogation is strictly against the rules. Please refrain from doing it somewhere I can't...
Don't get the wrong idea. I meant an old friend that I spotted at the gathering. By the way, ever watch Daybreak Squadron? It's on Sunday nights at 8.
I thought you weren't a TV person.
Not me. Mr. N. He watches it.
Your monkey is quite the child at heart.
Anyway, come on. Let's go get an autograph from our heroic film star.
Time to get to work, Detective. Is that him?
Shh. Don't interrupt.
What? You lost him?
Not even close.
Hey, why are you two following me?
Oh, we're just two grown-up fans of the Daybreak Squadron trying to get an autograph from Big Brother Magnus.
Mr. Ashvale? Don't prank me like that. You really scared me.
Really? Cinderborn, the peacekeeper of our city, vanquisher of evil fiends, is scared of his own fans? Long time no see, Magnus.
You're not here for autographs, are you? I saw you two at the gathering. I don't understand. Why are you investigating Miss Fullwish? She's been nothing but a kind, lawful person who spreads happiness to others.
You heard about what happened with Sinwish Syndicate, I assume.
Then, was Miss Fullwish telling the truth?
The perpetrator left the same signature as the Herald of Death did 15 years ago.
So, did that monster really kill Mr. Polwave and Costide? 15 years and he's back? This demon? How many more lives must he take?
Mr. Magnus, you're one of the survivors of the incident, right?
Yes. That monster took my parents that day. But What's the Sinwish Syndicate case got to do with Miss Fulwish?
Because that Herald of Death was executed 15 years ago. That's for certain. The Sinwish Syndicate case, on the other hand, has copycat written all over it. And Fulwish is a suspect.
So, just because we're survivors, we automatically become suspects? What? Are you gonna interrogate me too?
If that's what you want, Miss Kuchiba can arrange for it later. For now, I just want to ask you a few questions about the Smiles Society.
It doesn't matter if you have a few or 100 questions. I have nothing to say to you. 15 years ago, I was left all alone in this world. The so-called relatives closed in like a pack of hyenas, their eyes fixed solely on the compensation smeared with my parents' blood. Abuse, deception, expulsion. To them, I was nothing more than a walking money bag, an eyesore, a jinx. It was the society that gave me the chance to live the life I have now.
What about the Sinwish Syndicate then? If I recall correctly, they took care of you once. Old Polwave helped you deal with those relatives.
Listen, Mr. Ashvale, the debt I owe the Sinwish Syndicate will be paid. I will avenge them as a member of the Smile Society, as well as the Daybreak Squadron. I'll rip the Herald of Death out from the shadows in their name and see justice served. That is my duty.
You're in over your head. The new Herald of Death is very dangerous. I doubt a handful of actors like you can achieve anything substantial.
You think we're just a couple of kids playing superheroes with masks, right? Well, you're wrong. My squad mates and I aren't the easy pushovers we used to be, Mr. Ashvale. I haven't had my transformation surgery yet, but I can already power a Mechatron warrior in battle. We are real heroes here.
Boys, let's stay on topic, shall we? I just wanted to have a few words about the society.
I have nothing to say to you either, Miss Kuchiba. Neither of you are getting a word out of me on this.
Well done, Magnus. Your loyalty to the Smile Society warms our hearts.
You're following me?
Not by choice. These IPC dogs made it clear that they intend to frame Miss Fulwish. Oh, we're not going to just let this slide.
Would you look at that? The hunters become the hunted.
What does it matter? If someone's looking for a beating, we'll gladly give it to them.
You have 5 minutes for questioning. So make it count, Mr. Ashvale. They're all yours.
Never expected my first miracle as a supplicant to be teaching thugs. I mean, lawful citizens, a lesson on the streets. Let's get this over with then. And if you want to join them too, Magnus, be my guest. Fair warning. I'm out of practice. If you get hurt, that's your problem.
Your fists don't hurt at all.
Mr. Ashvale, stop!
Can't wait anymore until everything burns to ashes!
Let the show begin!
Fight to live! Immolate in my dance!
I'm sorry, Mr. Ashvale. I have to stop you.
Hooray, Cinderborn! The bringer of justice!
Oh, shut up!
hurts. A little. But I'm happy.
There's something seriously wrong with you all.
Enough! Are you really going to kill them?
What's the matter, defender of the city? Are you scared? This is the real Phantasmoon Games, Magnus. This is the bloody truth under the mask of the Elations game. 15 years ago, at dusk in this city, the Herald of Death tore people apart, one by one. Did he ever stop to ask even once, is it enough? I know you want to make something out of yourself, like the trailblazer of the Astral Express, and I know you want to catch the new Herald of Death and crush him like a bug, using the same methods he used against the Sinwish Syndicate. But here's the deal. It's not your duty. And the Eonic game sure isn't a TV show where you get to play the hero and save the day. You mentioned a conversion surgery earlier. Are you saying that all Society members underwent some kind of unknown modification? That figures. I was wondering why these people looked like they felt no pain at all. Humming along merrily even as they bled. Does this have anything to do with the surgery?
What?
Nothing to say? Fine by me. 3 minutes left. That's long enough for me to question them. Time to hurry and get some answers from these people while they're still on the ground. Hey, lackey! Wake up!
Pain should not exist.
Smile. Please, smile.
The laughter. Don't let.
Those who suffer shouldn't exist.
What the heck happened to the...
This is... the small procedure that official members receive. They call it the happiness surgery. With a prick of the needle, no more than a mosquito's bite. The doctor puts this small thing inside your eyelids, even smaller than a synesthesia beacon, and more convenient. People who have had the surgery say that it soothes all your pain and suffering, past or present. Even your body becomes stronger, and your mind clearer and more focused. A state where you can truly receive happiness.
So... you haven't had this happiness surgery yet, right?
I'm not ready yet. I've been thinking it over. But the rest of the squadron had it, and they've all become happier. They say it's the necessary step to becoming a true superhero that safeguards everyone else's happiness. If I don't do it, then do I still deserve the name Cinderborn? Mr. Ashvale? What should I do?
The surgery won't make you stronger, nor will it help you get your revenge. These guys on the floor are proof enough. Remember the hesitation and fear you feel in this moment, Magnus. If people simply erase their perception of fear and pain instead of overcoming them, then those people will never find true strength. Go now. I have some cleaning up to do.
So, did you, pry the answers you were looking for out of them?
These people have all been processed by the Smiles Society. Heck, who knows what method they used. It completely neutralized their ability to feel suffering and despair and gave them bodies like steel, incapable of feeling pain. Say, is this the kind of treatment that the Medical Ethics Committee would approve?
As if. I doubt they even bothered to submit an application.
Which means Fullwish has far more dirty laundry than we initially expected. The idea was to find the Herald of Death with the leads we had. But here we are, going deeper down an increasingly scarier rabbit hole.
Judging by their voices, these followers don't seem to have any ill intentions. In fact, they sound a lot more humane than most humans. If all this has nothing to do with the Herald of Death, then it matters little to our investigation. After all, how they pursue happiness is their own choice. Wouldn't you agree?
Are you serious, Kojiba?
It's only human instinct to avoid pain, right? Such avoidance doesn't go against the laws of nature, nor does it legally constitute a crime when the party involved was a voluntary participant.
Not a crime. Well, my instinct right now is telling me that this definitely has something to do with the Herald of Death.
Unfortunately, Mr. Ashvale, we need evidence to solve a case.
I'm here to follow my senses and dig up whatever's at the bottom of this. As for evidence, that's your headache. Besides, I don't think we need to turn over every stone to figure it out. If the new Herald of Death and Fullwish are connected, we'll be seeing another move soon enough. If I were her, I'd choose the brightest stage possible so this weapon could spread maximum panic.
You mean the Star Rail Fest? Madame Pearl promised that top-level security would be deployed during the fest, as well as a contingency plan, robust enough to quell any crisis.
And you are staring right at him.
According to Sunday, the crow should lead me to Blade's whereabouts. Since it stopped here, that means...
I wasn't even looking for you. Yet here you are, throwing yourself into the fray. Consider me surprised.
We haven't even settled the score over the mask you stole from the Sinwish Syndicate. And now you're skulking around and following us? What's your deal?
What do you, or should I say, all of you, want?
General Yao Guang of Yu Chui has come to this world and is looking for you. Dragons clash in the wilderness, their ichor dark and yellow. In her divination, you will become a slave to your own violence, bringing a catastrophic end to all. I am in that future as well. The only violence within you that comes to my mind is Shuhu. The emanator of abundance who resurrected time and time again. The monster who turned planets into living beings and merged billions of people into flesh spheres. The Xianzhou fears that he is using your body to resurrect himself.
So, what's your plan? Kill me again.
Oh my. Things are getting a little heated. Should I get you both slushies?
Thank you.
I'll pass.
While General Yao Guang's divination may foretell a death battle between us, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the only interpretation. My experiences on the Express have shown me time and time again that even fates set in stone aren't entirely immovable. I have no intention of getting into a quarrel with you, but I need to make sure that the presence of the Stellaron hunters won't endanger my companions or the future of this planet. Thus, I must know your purpose here, Blade. What has Destiny's Slave written in your script?
He stated this trip would be connected to death.
Should I congratulate you?
Much obliged. In my experience, it's best not to get your hopes up too soon. Prophecies rarely unfold the way you expect. However, the General's divination isn't entirely baseless. Ever since my arrival here, I have been feeling restless. There's another power here beckoning me.
Is there another form of abundance in the world besides you?
Perhaps there is more than one.
Are you referring to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus? Or the Elixir Seekers?
Something far more dangerous.
Do they have support from other factions?
Unclear.
As such, I'll keep an eye on you until everything settles. Just like you did in the past. That's as far as I'll go.
Did you two just agree to some weird collaboration before me?
I'll leave that matter in your hands, Silver Wolf.
I don't get it. That good-for-nothing detective didn't even blink an eye before selling us out to Pearl. And you still plan on working with him?
There are things only he can get done.
Hey, you two! Why the long faces? On land blessed by the Master of Elation, frowning is bad manners.
Come on, smile! Whether you're hungry or full, poor or rich, the laughter is with you. Would you be interested in learning?
Thank you, but I'll pass. Another one. How many people have been talking to us about happiness today?
Well, 6, exactly. Locals say ever since the Sinwish Syndicate case, this research society of happy smiles has exploded in size.
That gang's fall left a power vacuum, and the Research Society of Happy Smiles filled it like a fast-growing fungus. Even those who were once resistant or indifferent got swept up in it.
I think I'm starting to...
Blurry QR Cult? That's an unusual name.
Why would the author of Fluffy Across the Blue have such a... Really? A pen name often says a lot about its creator.
Someone who can draw something that cute must have a warm, gentle heart. I heard the Fluffy's been running for half a year in a magazine. At first, it wasn't very popular, but after that memory bubble movie, A Holy Grail Stay Night, Old Odie produced, became a massive hit. The Astral Express's adventure stories spread far and wide, and now the latest chapter, The Sacred Flames Return, Amphorius's creation, this cult sure knows a lot about our journey. Aw, come on. Whatever happened to trust? According to the address the Perlux employee gave us, it looks like we've
For such a small place, Dovebrook District is really full of hidden talents.
Turn left at the first intersection, then turn right, go straight for 200. The Furbobo Weekly newspaper? Oh, don't tell me the author of the Fluffy is actually a Furbo. No wonder he rarely shows his face. Come on, let's go upstairs.
In the Research Society of Happy Smiles.
The Fluffy goes puff, 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 pom-pom spur.
Please come in. Let me guess. Your next line is, "Why are you here?" What's the problem? I'm the magazine's founder, its president, and its editor-in-chief. It's only logical that I'd be sitting here.
$1 million? President Nihilux has already been behind on behind on everyone's wages for months. If it weren't for the money, who'd risk their neck being a tabloid journalist, sneaking photos of the bigwigs on the Astral Express? A boss who doesn't pay wages has no right to sit here. They belong in the underworld.
Idiots. Without me, you'd all have been locked up in some Department of Aberration Defense painting prison long ago. And you still have the gall to demand wages from your savior. Have you ever heard of the sensational serial thief case, Phantom Furbomorph? It happened in the year 1996 of the Arcadian calendar.
I'm sorry. I was wrong. I shouldn't have talked back. I'm sorry for being born a Furbo. Beep boop. Even if you've got dirt on us, making us work for free is way too ridiculous. We've had enough. We've overthrown the boss. We've got a new president now. Please stand up for us.
Welcome, traveler. Furbo Hot Pot requires a reservation. Rumors are 10,000 credits apiece, and if you're looking to hire a hitman, just head right down the hall to the storeroom. Oh, or maybe you came to meet the brilliant, charming, and universally adored blurry QR cult. Well then, truth be told, that person is actually... Who could it be?
Even more non-existent memories. What are you even talking about?
Once you rule out all the wrong answers, only one truth remains. The only one here who can actually draw is you, Nihilux. Your blurry QR cult.
You saw right through me. As a reward for seeing through my disguise, how about an autograph or a photo? Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm Nihilux. You can also call me by my pen name, Blurry QR Cult.
Aw, no wonder you were tagging along back at Perlux Tower, acting like you knew us so well. Wait. This blurry QR cult persona isn't a fake, is it?
Identity is just a mask and a body. Real or fake, it's all in how you see it. At the very least, for now, there's no other blurry QR cult around who could show up at Star Rail Fest for a live signing and hype up the Astral Express, right?
So, you already know why we're here.
Just a little deduction, that's all. The news about Star Rail Fest is already everywhere online. Knowing how that perfectionist Madame Pearl operates, she's definitely pulling strings to make your collaboration a success. Naturally, having me step in was part of her plan.
If that's the case, will you...
That said, I'll have to respectfully decline. Not to brag, but Fluffy Across the Blue is ridiculously popular in this world. If tickets weren't limited, the line would wrap around the planet twice and a half. That's not a signing event, but a public execution, right?
Yeah, that does sound pretty horrifying.
Could be tomorrow, could be next month, but definitely not today.
So tell me, Miss Nihilux, do you really have the right to refuse us? You've used the crew's likenesses and adventure experiences without permission. Surely you owe us some form of compensation.
Why are we talking about this all of a sudden?
Today, on behalf of the entire Astral Express crew, for your violation of our publicity rights, emotional damages, and lost wages, I hereby demand 1.6 billion credits.
How did you work that out?
Believe it or not, I don't have a single coin on me right now.
That's impossible. Just your royalties alone should have made you rich.
Due to, unknown circumstances, my luck with money hasn't been great. But I get what this is really about. You're not only after cash, are you? I'll show up at Star Rail Fest. Is that good enough for you?
Then it's settled. Thank you, Colt.
That said, I also hope the two of you, as the original inspirations, will take some time to familiarize yourselves with Fluffy Across the Blue before attending the exhibition, so you won't be caught off guard by fans' questions. Time to attend Miss Nihilux's class. Please follow me. Miss Nihilux's mini class is officially in session. If you have any questions, feel free to ask at any time.
Miss Colt, why did you pick the Astral Express as the theme for your comic?
Well, I'm all about realism, but sadly, my previous works like Acheron's Godslay, Galaxy Ranger Saga, and dozens of others all got cancelled. If you hadn't beaten Iron Tomb and boosted its popularity, this one would have been cancelled too. Let's not ask sad questions, all right?
Sorry.
All right, pay attention. The cute little critter in the center of the image is Baseball Raccoon, the main character of Fluffy Across the Blue. Just recently, March Bunny and Woof Woof Dawn found her in a trash can. At that moment, a terrifying monster is causing havoc on the space station. It tries to spit fire at Baseball Raccoon, but the flames don't burn through the trash can. Instead, it sets the trash on fire, and the stench knocks the monster out.
Miss Colt, why is she the protagonist?
Readers today value immersion, and a character who has no memory of their past is, of course, the best choice.
I don't know anything about my past either, so...
Even though Little Raccoon joined the Express the latest, she's left behind so many stories across different worlds that there are even rumors in the Lafu's prison about her beating up alien life forms. With material this crazy, not making it the main character? I might disagree, but Aha absolutely wouldn't.
Wow, that's a smug face.
March, the Fluffy is just a comic. Outside of this, the author and the readers, every character in this world, aren't we all the protagonists of our own lives?
That sounds so passionate, Miss Colt.
And so, the unruly Baseball Raccoon, the quiet Woof Woof Dawn, and the lively March Bunny formed a trio everyone loves.
Actually, I have a question too.
Ever since I got punched in the face by sales numbers, I've grasped a universal truth. In today's world, fluffy, cute animals aren't always a crowd pleaser.
Seriously? Even I feel like I can't compete with Pom Pom's cuteness.
Designing the adult versions took some work. After defeating the monster, Baseball Raccoon accepted an invitation from the other fluffy animals and boarded the Fluffy. Here, the protagonist meets 3 big animals with distinct personalities. First, the adorable and universally loved conductor, Pom Pom. Beside them is the elegant navigator, Miss Hime-Cat.
I know, that's Hime-Cat. Her original inspiration is Himeko. Oh, please don't tell her.
And the big brown dog on the other side, see? His name will shock you. That's right, he's...
Mr. Yang!
Just Mr. Yang.
Your taste in naming is indeed extraordinary.
Anyway, the 6 fluffy little creatures boarded the Fluffy Express and set off on their journey. As for the plot, it's pretty much the same as what you've all experienced, just with a bit of artistic tweaking to suit Plain Arcadia's audience. A tiny bit. In the comic world, which is even more cutthroat than the Phantasmoon games, if you don't cater to the reader's tastes, it's nearly impossible to survive. Once upon a time, great comic artists had the luxury of 100 chapters to build things up. Now, if you don't hook readers within 100 pages, you're done. Readers today are hard to please, and authors have to come up with ever more shocking and sensational material. Doesn't this remind you of the Phantom Moon games? Looks like you're all familiar with the characters from the Fluffy. Now, let me talk about some of the creative challenges. So, what do you see on the Fluffy stands?
It's her turned into a cute little animal?
Yes, this is the character, and you're the inspiration behind her. But even for someone as interesting as you, there are many backstories that readers don't care about, don't want to know, or don't feel obliged to understand. A comic artist's job is to capture the most interesting parts and present them to the readers. The cute and clever one is March Bunny. The unruly but reliable one is Baseball Raccoon. This is what we call a concrete archetype paired with an abstract character. And the abstract side of a character will only be further simplified in the eyes of the readers. So, how do you think the readers across the universe view you nameless? Don't underestimate your influence. Your heroic deeds and accomplishments drew my attention, and your demeanor gave me inspiration for the character in the Fluffy. But while the hero identity boosts the character's popularity, it also becomes a limitation. That's why the little animals in the Fluffy have to defeat even more powerful villains and keep upping the ante to get more applause from the audience. In turn, the reader's perceptions and expectations constrain the character's growth. If she acts out of line, the popularity will crash. If she can't come up with new ideas or grow stronger, the audience will soon lose interest in the comic. Unfortunately, the creation of Fluffy Across the Blue is now stuck at this very awkward bottleneck. Honestly, after drawing comics for so long, I've pretty much run out of ideas. Hundreds of Amber eras ago, people would laugh out loud just from seeing a cat do a backflip. Now, to get the same kind of enthusiastic reaction, you'd probably need to have that cat fight a Mechatron in a one-on-one showdown in Perlux Tower. Although the Fluffy specials are selling like crazy, doing side stories without progressing the main plot isn't a long-term solution. Ever since all the gossip memo keepers I hired got wiped out in Amphorius, my source of intel's been drying up fast. But if someone from the Astral Express could quietly feed me a few juicy insider secrets from the Phantom Moon games, imagine the reader's reaction when the next chapter drops. Whoa! Does Blurry QR Code have a time machine or what? Oh, that'd totally save the Fluffy's future sales. After all, my little Furbo crew already works for you. Just have them slip me a copy of the Phantom Moon Games press release. Let's call it buying your exclusive adaptation rights. We'll do a 50-50 split.
I've already figured out how to spend the royalties. tease. First, I'll buy Pom Pom 10 new outfits, then get Himeko a brand new coffee machine. And after that...
All right, since we've got the profit split sorted, looks like my creative block won't last much longer. Just wait for my appearance at Star Rail Fest. Star Rail Fest, a grand event that gathers millions of eyes and an inordinate amount of wish power. And under all that attention, the dark force is coveting the master of... Heroes and devils dancing together in plain Arcadia. Tell me, is there a better source of inspiration than that? My hero, don't let us down.
A supplicant is the master of wish power, but wish power can also become the shackles that bind the supplicant, forcing them to fulfill its desires. Love and hatred are alike. Dependence resembles fear. What commands wish power isn't only love, but also hatred. Thank you. These notes will really be a big help to her.
Good. I'm so glad to be of help. For generations, many members of our family have attempted to enter the Phantom Moon Games, hoping to rely on the Aeon's immense power to lift the curse afflicting the Graphia bloodline. Some came close to the mask, but could only watch as history passed them by. Others wore it, only to fail in the end. That was until 400 years ago, when your great-great-grandfather Hero won the Phantom Moon Games and successfully gained an audience with Aha. But the family's curse was not broken. In his notes, he wrote, "Just as the god of destruction cannot cradle a bouquet, so too is the god of elation powerless against a curse. Such is the cycle of cause and effect."
Father, are you wondering what it was that healed me?
I know you're keeping something from me. But I don't care what cured you 15 years ago. As long as you're alive, I can wait until the day you're ready to tell me. Still, as a father, there are things I must say, even if you don't want to hear them. As an artist, I'm fascinated by fleeting lives. How they struggle, they suffer, and in doing so, reveal a brilliance worthy of time's memory. But, as a father, I can't stand by and watch my daughter walk into tragedy. I bless you to be a hero, to welcome the same end as Akivili. Those are words I could never speak.
The road ahead is shrouded by uncertainty, and that's why someone must take the first step, to trailblaze a path others can follow.
I can't stop you, even though every part of me wishes you'd stay. But this is your choice, my daughter's choice. All I can do is stand by you quietly and pray you'll come back safely. Do you still remember the bedtime story I used to tell? They say there was once a princess in the sky